Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right in a relationship, but it just doesn't work out? Maybe you've been told to be nice, respect her space, or even just be yourself, only to end up confused, frustrated, or heartbroken. What if I told you that everything you've learned about attracting women is wrong? I'm about to reveal the truth. The hidden weaknesses every woman has. Weaknesses they don't talk about, but every man needs to know. Stick around because this video could change everything you thought you knew about dating. If you're ready to watch this video until the end, trust me, you won't want to miss a single second of this. In today's video, we dive into the top 10 weaknesses every man should understand about women from a Stoic perspective. These insights will not only help you better understand the complexities of women, but will also enable you to approach relationships with wisdom and emotional control. Remember to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell. Stay tuned as we explore these essential lessons on the path to self-improvement and stronger, more meaningful connections. Number 1. Reassurance and desire. How to make her feel secure and crave you more. When it comes to relationships, one of the most powerful yet often overlooked elements is reassurance. This doesn't just mean telling her you love her, though that can be important. It's about creating a deep sense of emotional security that makes her feel valued and cherished. When a woman feels reassured in her relationship, her attraction for you deepens and her desire for you grows. Understanding the psychology behind this dynamic can help you form a lasting connection that goes beyond surface-level attraction. Women, like all people, have a natural need for security in their relationships. It's not just about safety in the physical sense, but about feeling emotionally protected and valued. Reassurance is the tool that meets this need. It's not about being overly clingy or excessively validating, but offering subtle, consistent affirmations that tell her you see her, appreciate her, and respect her. This reassurance allows her to let her guard down, creating space for emotional intimacy and connection. From a psychological perspective, people are wired to seek emotional validation. When a woman feels uncertain or insecure, especially early in a relationship, her desire for reassurance becomes heightened. If you're able to provide this with grace and confidence, you not only calm her anxieties, but also trigger her desire to be closer to you. For example, a simple, genuine compliment or a thoughtful gesture can speak volumes more than grand, flashy acts. It's the consistency and thoughtfulness that matters most. A woman craves a partner who makes her feel secure, and this sense of security is directly tied to your actions, words, and demeanor. Stoicism teaches us to maintain emotional resilience and inner peace in the face of external turbulence. In relationships, this means being emotionally available but not overly reactive. If she expresses doubt or insecurity, a Stoic approach would be to remain calm, understanding, and steady, providing reassurance without being shaken by the situation. Your emotional stability becomes a source of strength, which in turn makes her feel safe and more drawn to you. Reassurance doesn't only foster security, it also intensifies desire. When a woman feels secure in your presence, she becomes less anxious and more confident in her attraction to you. She will naturally start to crave your attention, your presence, and your affection more because she knows she can rely on you for emotional support. Number 2. The art of giving constructive criticism. How to keep her interested without pushing her away. In any relationship, the ability to give constructive criticism is vital to maintaining a healthy dynamic, especially if you want to keep her interested without causing emotional harm. Criticism, if not delivered carefully, can easily push someone away. especially in romantic contexts where vulnerability is at the forefront. Understanding how to balance honesty with sensitivity is the key to fostering long-term attraction, respect, and mutual growth. Psychologically, women are often more attuned to their emotional experiences and the way they are perceived, particularly by their partners. When criticism is delivered poorly, it can trigger feelings of rejection or inadequacy. Women are wired to value emotional connection and reassurance in relationships, and any perceived disapproval can be interpreted as a threat to their sense of worth. Therefore, the way you approach criticism is crucial to ensuring that it is received positively. Constructive criticism should focus on specific behaviors or actions rather than making sweeping judgments about her character. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," reframe the critique by addressing a specific situation, such as, "I noticed we had trouble communicating the other night, and I think it would help if we both took a moment to really listen when the other speaks." This shifts the focus from blame to problem solving and invites collaboration rather than defensiveness. Be mindful of the right time and space to approach sensitive topics. Offering criticism in a calm, neutral tone during a moment of emotional peace will likely lead to better receptivity. Moreover, always balance constructive criticism with affirmation. For example, after addressing an area that needs improvement, highlight something she does well. This reaffirms her value and makes the criticism feel less like a personal attack. By mastering the art of giving criticism with empathy, clarity, and respect, you create an atmosphere where both of you can thrive without feeling judged or rejected. This not only keeps her interested, but deepens the connection you share, leading to more fulfilling and lasting intimacy. What's the best way to handle criticism in a relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 3. The hidden power of emotional connection. Why she wants more than just sex. In the world of dating and relationships, many men make the mistake of thinking that physical attraction is the ultimate key to a woman's heart. While physical chemistry is undoubtedly important, it's far from the whole story. Women, like all humans, crave deeper emotional connections that go beyond the physical. This is a fundamental psychological truth that many overlook, and it's one of the most important weaknesses you need to understand if you want to build a meaningful relationship with a woman. The emotional connection you form with her is what truly shapes the bond between the two of you. It's this connection that builds trust, intimacy, and respect, components of any lasting relationship. If you're only focusing on physical attraction, you're ignoring the core of what drives a woman's deeper emotional needs. When a woman is truly invested in a relationship, it's because she feels emotionally secure and connected to her partner. In practical terms, women seek emotional security through consistent communication, understanding, and support. For example, when a woman shares something personal, she doesn't just want a quick fix or an immediate solution. What she craves is emotional validation, a response that acknowledges her feelings without judgment. The simplest acts of listening intently, providing comfort, and sharing your thoughts and emotions with her create a stronger, more lasting emotional bond than any physical act ever could. Women are naturally drawn to men who are emotionally mature, stable, and self-sufficient, qualities that only come when you invest in understanding your own emotions first. By prioritizing emotional connection, you create an environment where both partners can thrive. Women want to feel safe enough to let their guard down, and that emotional vulnerability is often the key to unlocking deeper intimacy. The truth is, emotional connection isn't just a nice-to-have in a relationship. It's the very foundation of trust, loyalty, and long-term attraction. When you recognize this, you tap into a power that's far greater than any fleeting physical attraction. It's a power that will draw her to you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. So next time you're with a woman, remember, emotional connection is the true currency in relationships. Understand her need for emotional security, offer her consistency, and you'll see how your bond grows in ways physical attraction alone never could. Number 4. Why small sensual gestures turn her on more than you think. In relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that grand gestures, flashy gifts, or dramatic acts of passion are the key to sparking desire. However, when it comes to creating deep emotional and physical connection, small, sensual gestures often have a far greater impact than you might expect. These subtle, thoughtful actions tap into a deeper layer of intimacy, creating a sense of trust, safety, and emotional closeness that can be more stimulating than overtly sexual acts. Psychologically, women are highly attuned to emotional connection in their relationships. Physical touch, when executed thoughtfully, taps directly into this emotional bond. Simple, sensual gestures, whether it's the brush of a hand on her back, a slow kiss on the forehead, or even just maintaining eye contact during an intimate conversation, can trigger powerful feelings of affection and sexual attraction. These actions show her that you're not just interested in the physical act of sex, but in creating a bond that is both emotionally and physically satisfying. From a Stoic perspective, this is where the principles of mindfulness and intentionality come into play. The Stoic idea of presence, being fully engaged and aware in each moment, applies not just to our emotions, but to our physical interactions. From a relationship dynamic standpoint, this is a way of showing her that you are invested in her beyond the physical. When she feels seen, heard, and cared for through small, intimate actions, it creates a deep emotional connection that enhances desire over time. These moments of quiet sensuality become deeply ingrained in the fabric of the relationship, laying the foundation for a passionate and satisfying physical relationship. Ultimately, the most turning-on gestures are often the ones that require the least effort but convey the most meaning. They are about attention, intentionality, and empathy, qualities that make her feel truly desired in ways that go beyond the surface level. The deeper the emotional connection, the more powerful these small sensual gestures become in fostering a lasting, passionate relationship. What small gestures do you think turn your partner on the most? Drop your thoughts below. Number 5. Overthinking and desire. Why she analyzes everything, especially when it comes to sex. Overthinking is an all too common experience in relationships, and it's something many women struggle with, particularly when it comes to their sexual experiences and emotional connections. While it can be frustrating, understanding why she overanalyzes and how to use this to your advantage can significantly improve the dynamics of your relationship, especially in the context of desire and intimacy. At the core of overthinking is emotional investment. Women tend to invest deeply in their relationships, often with heightened emotional awareness. This means that every interaction, every conversation, and even every touch can be analyzed for deeper meaning. When it comes to sex, this is amplified. It's not just about the physical act, it's intertwined with emotional connection, validation, and personal value. Sexual intimacy is particularly prone to overthinking because it's vulnerable. If a woman is unsure of your feelings or desires, she may begin to overanalyze every touch, every word, every movement. The key to easing her mind and sparking her deeper desire is to build trust through consistency and emotional openness. Be communicative about your desires and boundaries, and make sure she feels heard and valued in the process. When a woman feels secure in the knowledge that her emotions are respected, her anxieties will dissipate, and she'll be more open to deepening the connection, both emotionally and physically. When you make her feel comfortable and emotionally secure, her desire for you will deepen, and she'll stop questioning every nuance of your interactions. Instead, she'll embrace the connection, allowing her attraction to grow stronger and more genuine. Do you feel like overthinking affects your relationship? How do you deal with it? Share your experience in the comments. Number 6. Independence with a vulnerable heart. What she's really hiding. Many women portray a facade of independence, strong, self-sufficient, and capable of handling anything life throws at them. However, underneath this exterior, there is often a vulnerable heart seeking love, connection, and emotional intimacy. This paradox can be puzzling, but understanding it is crucial to navigating adult relationships effectively. Psychologically, women are conditioned to appear emotionally self-reliant, as society often devalues vulnerability in women. However, this independence can sometimes be a defense mechanism to shield themselves from potential hurt or rejection. At her core, she desires someone who can see beyond the tough exterior and offer emotional safety, someone who can connect with her on a deeper level. From a Stoic perspective, this is where emotional awareness and detachment become powerful tools. By practicing self-control and remaining calm in the face of her emotional fluctuations, you demonstrate the stability she craves. At the same time, acknowledge her vulnerability by offering her a safe space to express it without judgment. Empathy is key, showing her that it's okay to be open without fearing emotional harm. Practical life lesson. Her independence doesn't mean she doesn't want connection. It simply means she values someone who can respect her autonomy while providing the emotional security she craves. Number 7. Deep conversations lead to deeper desires. How mental connection fuels sexual attraction. Sexual attraction is often seen as purely physical, but in reality, it begins much deeper in the mind. Mental connection is one of the most powerful drivers of desire for women. When you engage in deep, meaningful conversations, you're not only stimulating her intellect, but also creating an emotional bond that heightens attraction. Psychologically, women are drawn to partners who challenge them intellectually and make them feel understood. Shared vulnerability during conversations fosters emotional intimacy, and this closeness translates into a stronger sexual connection. The ability to connect on a mental level, discussing everything from life goals to personal experiences, makes her feel seen and valued beyond just physical appearance. From a Stoic perspective, self-awareness and patience are vital here. Instead of rushing to impress or control the conversation, focus on active listening. Show genuine interest in her thoughts and respect her opinions, even when they differ from yours. This will build trust and deepen emotional attraction. Practical life lesson. When you focus on creating an emotional and intellectual bond, the sexual attraction naturally intensifies. True intimacy isn't just about physical closeness. It starts with connection and understanding. Number 8. Fear of abandonment. How emotional security makes her want you more in bed. Fear of abandonment is a deeply rooted psychological issue that can significantly affect a woman's emotional and physical intimacy in a relationship. At its core, this fear stems from a lack of security, a fear that once she lets her guard down emotionally, she'll be left vulnerable, alone, and unimportant. This fear can often block emotional connection and create tension in relationships, particularly in the bedroom. However, providing emotional security is one of the most powerful ways to overcome this fear and foster a deeper level of intimacy and sexual connection. When a woman feels secure emotionally, she is able to trust and relax fully in the relationship. Psychologically, women often need consistent reassurance that they are valued, seen, and loved. Emotional security enables her to feel safe enough to fully engage in the relationship, both emotionally and physically. In this state of trust, the fear of abandonment fades, and she becomes more open to exploring deeper levels of intimacy and sexual connection with her partner. The more emotionally available you are, the more she can embrace vulnerability without the fear of being hurt. In terms of Stoicism, the principle of steadfastness and emotional resilience plays a crucial role here. A Stoic approach encourages self-control and the ability to manage one's emotions, particularly in stressful situations. When you consistently show up as a dependable and stable partner, you convey to her that you will not abandon her emotionally. This stability breeds confidence and reduces anxiety, creating the ideal environment for her to let go of her fears and fully engage in the relationship, physically and emotionally. Number 9. Emotional security and sexual confidence, the one thing she needs to feel truly loved. For a woman to feel truly loved, emotional security is key. It's not just about saying the right words, it's about demonstrating consistency, dependability, and understanding that nurture a deep sense of safety. Emotional security lays the foundation for sexual confidence, enabling her to feel free and unburdened when it comes to expressing intimacy. In relationships, when a woman feels emotionally secure, her confidence in all aspects of the relationship, including the bedroom, grows exponentially. Psychologically, women often associate love with emotional connection and security. Without that, even physical affection can feel hollow or disconnected. For a woman to open up sexually, she needs to feel valued, not just as a partner, but as an individual whose emotional needs are respected and met. When this level of trust is established, it allows her to fully embrace her sexuality without fear of judgment, rejection, or inadequacy. From a Stoic perspective, this is where the philosophy of self-mastery and emotional resilience comes into play. By mastering your own emotions and creating a calm, stable environment, you reassure her that she can fully trust and be vulnerable with you. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but rather demonstrating control over your own anxieties or insecurities, which in turn helps her feel grounded and supported. Practical life lesson. Building emotional security doesn't mean grand gestures, but small, consistent acts of reassurance, listening to her, being present, and validating her feelings. When she feels emotionally secure, she becomes more sexually confident, able to enjoy intimacy fully without self-doubt or fear. The more secure she feels, the more freely she can express love, making the connection deeper, more genuine, and ultimately more satisfying for both of you. What makes you feel confident in your relationship? Share your experiences with us. Number 10. Unspoken tensions. How to read her body language and give her what she needs without words. In relationships, communication isn't always about what's said. It's often about what's unspoken. Understanding body language is a crucial skill in meeting her emotional and physical needs without needing words. Every glance, touch, or posture communicates more than you may realize, and being able to read these cues can deepen intimacy and enhance connection. Psychologically, women are incredibly attuned to subtle nonverbal cues. Whether it's her posture when she's comfortable or the way she touches you when she feels safe, these signals reveal much more than she might say aloud. Recognizing unspoken signals allow you to address her needs before she even asks, making her feel understood and valued. From a Stoic viewpoint, mindfulness and emotional intelligence play a key role. Instead of being reactive, focus on observing her body language without judgment or rush. This gives you the insight needed to respond in a way that fosters emotional safety and physical desire. Practical life lesson: patience and awareness are your allies. By paying attention to her non-verbal communication, you not only fulfill her needs, but also strengthen the emotional foundation of your relationship. Often, what's not said speaks louder than words. Understanding the weaknesses and vulnerabilities that many women experience in relationships isn't about manipulation. It's about building stronger, more meaningful connections. When you approach relationships with a sense of empathy and understanding, you create a space where both emotional and physical intimacy can thrive. By learning to address her emotional needs, communicate with care, and offer reassurance, you'll unlock a level of attraction and connection that goes beyond the superficial. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Stoic Motivate for more insights on stoicism, psychology, and personal growth. Let's continue this journey together. Until next time, keep choosing yourself and embracing your strength. Remember, the key to long-term success in relationships isn't about playing games. It's about understanding and emotional intelligence. When you do this, you'll find that your relationships will not only last, but grow stronger over time. What female weaknesses have you noticed in your relationships, and how did you use them to strengthen your bond? Share your thoughts in the comments.